Hi. I was at the IFP social media conference this week, and it just made me think it might be time to share a bit of context around that. If you weren't there, it was fantastic. If they run another one, I would certainly recommend you get along. What I hear from people all the time is that they just don't get the social media thing, and I've got to be honest, for a little while I didn't get it as well, but I think it's something that is really worth getting your head around. Think about this, we're human beings, we're social animals, we like to connect, that's just what we do. We form communities and speak to each other. 100 years ago, you walk down the main street in your little village, which was your whole life, and you see Mavis on the street and say, "Hey Mavis, how's the family?" and you have a quick chat as you walk past on your way to whatever you do. Today, because of modern travel and modern communications, we don't need to just be doing that in our local village. We can do it in the city, the nation, around the globe. We can connect with these people. Twitter, in my head, is a way of having those simple connecting conversations. You only get 140 characters, and it's the online equivalent of saying, "Hey Mavis, how's the family?" That sort of stuff. But what we do is we start to build those connections. The next thing I hear though is people say, "Yeah, but why do all that stuff if I'm not going to get any business out of it? Why Twitter? Why Facebook? Why get on LinkedIn and do all those things and make all those connections? Because where's the business?" Sorry, wrong attitude. When you do business in the normal way today, if you're not involved in social media, what do you do first before you get some business? You give something. You do a first meeting for free. A lot of advisors do a whole lot of work for free, for weeks or months even, before they then get something in return in the form of a sale or a new client. If you go to a face-to-face networking function, and I know some people do that, local chamber of commerce or business meetings, making connections with professionals and potential clients. What do you do at those events? You make small talk, you ask about what they do outside of work, a bit about their family, you share the same information. This is how we make the connection. You don't go to those things and expect to get 3 leads the minute that you get home. What you do is you become part of your local community, you make a connection with people, and you become integral to what goes on in your local area, and then you can start to generate some business out of it. No different, and why should it be any different, online with social media. So Twitter's about the conversation. LinkedIn and Facebook are letting people into what you do in your business or in your personal life. These things are important for making that social connection. But finally, I would suggest that people just get started and have a go at some of this stuff. Daniel Priestley, in his book Become a Key Person of Influence, which I would strongly recommend by the way, gave the analogy of his grandmother who in Australia many moons ago, when the railway first came through, was very excited, and she spoke fondly about the railway. But as Daniel pointed out, it wasn't the railway she was excited about, it was the fact that it allowed her to get out of her local town and go and explore new worlds. It expanded her universe. In his analogy, he's saying that social media is the new railway, but it's not built on hard tracks, it's online. And what he's also saying is that a lot of this stuff is less than 5 years old. We don't even know where all this is going to go yet, like they didn't know how important the railways were going to become when they first laid that infrastructure. So try and get online, try and build some muscles in this area, get involved and start to tweet. On the business side of things, one of my clients, Gary Neal at Blue Sky Financial Planning, opens his Twitter account recently, instantly makes a connection with a local solicitor, books a face-to-face meeting off the back of it, and next thing you know, he's received a referral. That's a pretty direct return on effort. So all this stuff about you're not going to get business, I've got to be honest, I just reject that. I can understand people's reticence to get involved. It's new, it's different, it's a bit weird, but I just can't see any downside to starting to play a little bit with that technology and see where it takes you.